This is the intro. Let's go. That's it.
Oh.
This is gonna be casual again. I'm not doing some fancy intro.
Okay.
We got John with the white pieces, Case with the black
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
Same as last time. This is trial 2.
Yeah.
Trial of the trades.
Indeed, indeed. As you can see, this opening goes pretty easily. We got Case trying to control these diagonals with his dragon horse. I would be cautious about using your stronger pieces like the dragon horse as quickly as he is. Does start a battery with his bishop on this diagonal, and it also starts a battery in this array with his queen. So a decent start off from Case in the openings department, whereas John seems to be more working on this diagonal with his dragon horse and possibly pushing with this side flank with the pawn and side mover combo, setting up for the vertical mover to slide over this direction. Seems John has gone for a left-heavy approach, whereas Case is moving towards the middle more. Rerouting. Looks like the first capture is about to be made here. Here we have the first pawn capture done by this bishop. This bishop is protected by this pawn, and it can only be taken by a dragon knight, which would not be a recommended trade sequence, in my opinion. So the first pawn goes towards John with no trade. John up. And John takes another pawn with his dragon horse. This trade, on the other hand, to get a second pawn, I would also not recommend. It is being protected by the queen, but if that were to be the attack that happened, this dragon horse would come in and take back, which means you'd lose a pawn and a queen. The problem with all that is that they can also be captured by this go-between, which would put John at a trading a dragon horse for a pawn.
The silver jet.
Okay.
Quite built up. Because it depends on the board size for a lot of them, you know?
Oh.
Another capture by John. The go-between that took his dragon horse has been revenged by the bishop. John takes another pawn.
Okay.
That can promote there too. If you wanted to. But you don't have to.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. First promotion, though.
First promotion! This trade, on the other hand, is very good for John. Taking a dragon knight with a bishop is a definite material advantage. But through all this, we have a lot of mid-presence that Case has been setting up. Lots of mid-presence. He's even got one of these step movers up front, which is a very good strategy. It's especially good if the rook and the queen are both protecting this silver general, which means that either one can capture this bishop.
Woohoo! First promotion.
Definitely
Goodbye.
gonna stay alive.
Dragon Knight takes silver general. Now we get the real first promotion, because I don't think this thing's getting taken off the board immediately. Now this is the first real promotion of the game. It would have been an effective strategy for Case to have blocked this promotion from happening with perhaps a vertical mover over, or a few moves ago perhaps he could have moved his copper general forward and started controlling more space. The other method would have, of course, been to just move your rook over, but using step movers is probably a more effective route because they can hold more space in a smaller area than a ranger can, given the fact that the rangers are more effective at attacking.
So, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I could
Ooh. Oh, no. Ooh. Your call. Now, Case pulled out an excellent move here. This bishop splits the queen and this horned falcon that John promoted to, and is protected by this queen and his Kieran, which makes it impossible to shut down this attack. He is definitely going to either get a queen or this promoted horned falcon off the board in this scenario. Now, how he does it will be up to how John reacts. John has a few different options here. He can use his queen or his horned falcon to capture the bishop, lose one to the Kieran, capture back, and then lose to the queen. Or simply take with one of them, let it get captured, and then continue on its merry way. John did earlier over here trade a bishop for a dragon knight, which means that trading his promoted flying falcon for this bishop would simply be the loss of a promotion. But it would still not be an excellent move given the fact that the queen could afterwards capture and hold this space upon John's queen, which he would either have to block with this pawn or move his queen back. The other option is that the falcon can capture this rook. Now, what's good about this maneuver is it takes this horned falcon out of the bishop's attack, leaving the queen open for an attack. But if Case takes this queen, his horned falcon will be in prime territory to take their queen. Now, this could be an effective manner, and this is probably the thing that I would have done in the situation, but let's see what John actually does.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Really? All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Retreating.
And a retreat, yeah. After being put under pressure for like 8 turns to go between falls. As you can see here, John has been pushing this pawn to try to take out this flank. But what C'ACE has done in a very excellent maneuver is simply moved his pawn forward, because C'ACE does not want this trade to occur on John's terms. And what I mean by this is that if C'ACE takes this pawn, this will come forward and attack, meaning that John will have control of this column, and also C'ACE cannot re-aggress with his side mover and rook, which are both on this this row. As you can see, they control this space right here. So C'ACE wants John to take first, because that gives him control with 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, in comparison to if he was to attack first, which would give him an extra piece given the fact that he would be starting the initiative. Even so, he would capture and then get attacked by 1 piece and have nothing else he can do unless he moves his rook forward or moves his side mover forward, which again would lose a side mover. And in that exchange, he would simply lose tempo. But by moving his pawn forward, he gains tempo and forces the trades to happen on his terms. John does take giving himself a token. That's going to last a long time.
Yep, that sure is gonna last. That sure will last.
It lasted 1 turn. One of your turns. Now this is a problem for John. He's going to have to move his side mover or capture the pawn, which either of those situations is not going to be a very fun experience. Moving a side mover over here is really not the plan, because if his side mover is moved here, this pawn can move forward, which puts an attack from the bishop on the side mover at the same time as this pawn attacks this space, which, if you have noticed, none of John's step movers have moved forward to protect this area of promotion, which is not good. This pawn promoting here would split his vertical mover and his rook, which obviously would probably end up with the rook moving away and losing a vertical mover, which is a crucial part of this column's this flank attack, which John has been setting up for a few moves. And this just goes to show how important it is to, when you're attacking with this flank, you got to do it fast. You got to set it up and have it all ready to go and gun down that lane as quickly as possible, because the more time you give your opponent to set up an attack, the worse your flank maneuver is going to be. Wow. Pushing with the lioness. Now, as you can see, C'ACE has decided to, instead of moving forward with this position, perhaps taking this pawn and then splitting these 2 pieces, which would cause his bishop to be protected here, because taking a bishop is not the same as taking a rook. It would lose the token to the phoenix, but at the same time, you'd be able to escape with your bishop, so you save your bishop's life. The problem with protecting your bishop in this scenario is that the bishop was actually protecting the dragon horse over here, which means that C'ACE has just lost a dragon horse, one of the stronger pieces in this game, to a side mover, which generally kind of suck.
Ooh.
Great. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Nice egoy. That pawn's fine. Taken out of the picture.
Free pawn. Or not free.
Pawn trade.
Yep.
Ooh. Lioness joins the party.
John moving his lion forward in this scenario is smart, but he should have done it sooner. The problem with this is that the vertical mover attacks this rook right now, and that's good for C'ACE. If C'ACE simply attacks the rook, he is gaining material no matter what John does afterwards.
Bishop is back.
Ooh, the bishop returns.
On the other hand, moving your bishop here is just not the plan. I don't know if C'ACE just missed it, but lions can take 2 pieces at a time. And this is a lioness, but it still has that same capabilities, meaning that trying to protect his vertical mover with a piece right next to the vertical mover means he'll lose both pieces. The lioness is still safe.
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks.
If I do this, move here, and then move here, you can't attack me because that would kill yours, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes. Protected here.
Because of
So,
the rich.
tax or promotion. Hmm?
Ooh,
Hmm.
Phoenix joins the battle.
Now, this situation has been a jumble of a mess for a while. Notably, until the Phoenix has moved here, the Queen could capture the Lioness for free. And I would recommend doing that if you have a chance. Trading a Queen for a Lioness is very important, especially given the fact that the Lion trading rules, unless you're using them to your advantage, which John is actually the one using the Lioness trading rules to his advantage in this scenario, losing that Lioness can allow your Lioness to aggress. And like I said, the Lioness holds a lot of space. And moving it around the board, especially into an attack that is mainly made up of pawns, can really help you just munch down the position and turn it in your favor. Unfortunately, that is not possible anymore, because if the Queen does take the Lioness, the Phoenix will take your Lioness, causing the whole maneuver to be illegal because of the Lioness aspect. Now, the other part of this scenario is that this flank that John set up a while ago is now stronger than ever. As you can see, he's got the Phoenix and the Dragon Knight on this location, which means he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces all in this location, whereas Case has 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them is a queen.
Huh.
It's begun. It's begun.
He didn't even promote it, but like whatever, I
No.
guess.
Yeah, promote that thing. Let's see that whale.
Oh, he took my piece with it.
Sorry.
He- Wow, a whale.
The
Painted horse.
painted horse. Alrighty.
Okay. Hmm.
Mm.
Ooh. Lioness reroutes yet again.
Lots of promotions have occurred at this point, and John is in a very good scenario, but he is down material. As you can see, Case has a lot of material over here just waiting to join the fight. So if he does not convert this position fast, he might get overwhelmed with pieces. He does have an advantage in material as far as promotions go because of these 3 promotions that I just talked about. But if Case is able to take advantage of this open space right here that's not being protected by much, this lioness is pretty much the only thing holding down the position, or if Case is able to quickly pull out some of his units into the battle, it's going to get deadly for John fast.
Mm.
Kieran takes pawn.
I think I have an idea.
Alright, let's see it.
Okay. Okay.
Is captured.
Now this is very dangerous for Case. As you can see, the lioness holds this space. You'll note the king of Case is right here. If the lioness can get anywhere onto this row without an immediate attack upon it, so if Case doesn't keep this row protected, it's checkmate. There's nothing you can do to stop the lioness unless you capture it immediately. You cannot guard against a lioness because it can capture multiple pieces. So if it gets close enough to Case's king, Case will lose the game.
I don't know, sometimes it mutes my mic when I'm recording and I get really annoyed with that. I'm like,
Yeah.
leave it on. I never need to mute my mic. I can do that manually. One slip up and it's gonna fall apart quick for I think either one.
Both of us are.
Yeah, you're both kind of in what would it be called, like a dangerous position.
Hmm.
And as you can see right here, this move that Case just made, moving his rook forward, allows John to win. If John moves his lioness right here, capturing this dragon knight, it has the capabilities to attack the king in different mannerisms, and there's nothing he can do to block it because this space right here is not being protected. As you can see, the bishop is past it, the dragon, the rook that used to be protecting it is gone, and this phoenix cannot attack that direction. The lioness would not be able to move close enough in time, and lion trading rules don't matter if you win the game. Unfortunately for John, he did not go fast enough. And now that this dragon knight has moved to this location, not only is it being protected by the phoenix, it puts an attack on the lioness and protects the location that he needed to go to attack the king. That can promote. There's actually a lot of back and forth in this game, though, from both of you.
Gonna do a trade.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I don't believe that.
GG. Yeah. GG.
Oh man, you guys were
Yeah.
both on the ropes there for quite a while.
Yeah. GG. Do you think we should
So
call
that's
check?
case 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think we should call check?
I call check in my games, but it's up to you guys because there's no technical rule for calling checks in these games. So
We just didn't call check last time, so
Yeah.
as long as you're fine with it, either way works for me.
Yeah.
But good games, guys. Thanks for playing again. And the go-between moves backwards. Me and my friend actually have a counter going for how many times we move go-betweens backwards because it happens so little. We're at 5 right now after playing all the games except the last one. Case has created the boat opening.
The boat opening.
We call this Case's boat.
My Minecraft boat.
Yes.
Why is there no snapping here?
The Silver General.
There isn't. Oh, there isn't. Oh yeah.
Wait,
Oh, there's no. There's no.
You're just like, oh yeah, there is.
There's no snapping on the blank spots. Blank spots where it didn't start. There's no pieces there, so I forgot to add those.
I just thought
Okay.
that was hilarious when you were just like, oh yeah, there's not. Case is like, what?
You can't defeat me.
No, I know. But he can.
I have deja vu now.
Have you been in this place before?
Deja vu. I've been in this place before.
I love it. Now you're just changing the blocker. It was the bishop last time. Now it's the pawn. Wait, you can draw lines? What the heck? How do you do that?
You can draw lines.
Hold tab. Hold tab. You. Yeah, hold tab.
Cool.
And you can measure the distance of pieces.
11,
You measure the distance.
19 inches? I don't know what does that mean? What is the 2
Yeah, that's inches.
inches? Wait, is it actually, wait, is it accurate? From this point, it's not accurate. In real life,
Well, the board must be a lot smaller in real life.
Yeah, in real life,
And these pieces are
no, the board
not
is,
to scale.
Yeah, each piece
Yeah,
in real life is 1 inch in diameter. So, well, actually, the pieces are slightly smaller than 1 inch. The board itself, each square is 1 inch. So I guess actually, wait a second. Yeah, it's about double the length of the board that I have.
What does the crown mean for the promotion of this?
It doesn't mean
It doesn't.
anything.
That's just the back base we decided to put on it.
There is
So
no
it
promotion.
can't promote.
There's no promotion, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
You're not going to do anything.
That is a chaotic move right there. Just highlighting the patrol space. I am so interested to see what order of events is going to happen now.
Yeah. Because this whole back row,
It's waiting
it
to
just
use
trades.
It's just ready to go. On the final trial, you have, I believe it's 12 pieces all lined up that have just forward and backward movements here.
You have 12 batteries.
A 12 thick battery on both flanks. With one pawn in front of the whole thing, stopping it from
One
being
pawn.
released. That's a villager noise right there.
Yeah.
I forgot to mute my Discord before doing this so that I didn't get messages. Just taking a free pawn.
And it also opens up this rank for, I guess, freedom to move.
Freedom. Yeah, it also loses
Yeah.
the queen in one move. Sorry to break it to you.